Hi, good afternoon. My name is Mark Evans, and I want to thank you for joining me in the Superintendent's podcast today. We are right now in Franklin Elementary School, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Franklin Elementary School. In fact, I'm going to point out a few things about the school in just a moment, but first I wanted to welcome everybody back to another great year in OPS. And I also want to congratulate all the students and staff and parents and community for all their hard work last year, because our NISA scores went up, our ACT scores went up, and our graduation rate went up this last year. So I want to thank you for all the work, the time and energy and effort that you put in to making this last year a successful year. Even though we were working on lots of different things, including a strategic plan, we still kept our focus on our young people. We kept our focus on making a difference in their lives. And in fact, right here at Franklin Elementary School, we had a silver award, which means they had more than 5% growth on at least 2 NISA areas. So I want to thank Mr. JB and his quality staff here at Franklin Elementary, because their effort made a difference. Now, I'm going to shift to another topic now, and I'm going to ask Jake if you can follow me around with the camera. I'm going to show you something that we're talking about today, and it's a big part of what we're discussing today, and that's our facilities. Some of you may have seen this on our website. It's a facility plan, actually a bond issue plan that our school board voted on just 2 weeks ago. Within this bond issue plan is a lot of information regarding schools that need some pretty significant improvements. For example, if you look at Mrs. Young's classroom right behind me, you'll notice that her classroom doesn't have doors on it. And you'll notice that not only is it Mrs. Young's classroom, but the other classrooms around us, including Mrs. Michael's to my left, they don't have doors on their classroom either. So one of our challenges is we need to correct schools that don't have doors on their classroom, which, by the way, we've got 4 of those schools that are addressed in this bond issue. We also have schools that have some antiquated infrastructure for technology. So we've got some security issues, some technology issues, and also we've got just some plain capital improvement issues. So the school board has approved, after a thoughtful and thorough analysis, a $421 million bond initiative that will go to the voters in November. So I wanted to provide just a quick update on what that included. And if you'll spend some time to see the details, I really would encourage you to go through this document. It's on our website, and look at what it means to your school, to your area of town. And by the way, we know it's not all of our needs being met. We recognize that there are some items that were left off of this document that we're going to have to address in a later phase of bond issues. But ladies and gentlemen, you'll quickly see our needs when you go through this document. So I want to encourage you to do that. And I want to end today by just once again thanking you for all the work you've done. Not only Mr. JB here at Franklin Elementary, but I know from our principals to our teachers to our staff, students, and our parents, we had an incredible year last year. We had success across the board, and thank you for all that effort and energy that you put into our school district. We're going to have another great year in OPS, and I'm anxious to see not only what happens with our facility needs, but also what happens with our student success story, because I think that story is just going to keep getting better because of the great people in this district. And by the way, I want to give a special shout out to our Board of Education, because all of this work around this facilities and strategic planning that we did last year has required those volunteer board members to work incredible hours, and they're just volunteers, guys. And that's something to have volunteers that say, our kids are that important, we're going to give up our hours to find out what we can do to improve not only instruction in our classrooms, but our facilities. So thank you to the board as well as all the other groups, and have a great, great start of the year. We're off to a good beginning. Thank you for all you're doing. Have a great day.